Hi, Aries. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your September 2016 forecast for the month. I am in the beautiful gardens of Kuan Yin, the goddess of mercy. It's very peaceful here, and sometimes you can hear the wind chimes come through. I'm using the alchemical deck for the tarot portion by Robert M. Place, and I'm also drawing an angel card by Doreen Virtue at the end of the reading. I was inspired to bring this deck with me when I left the house this morning. It wasn't planned. I was reading myself and drawing an angel card like I do on Sundays, and I brought it with me because it was inspiring me. So we'll do that at the end, and I want to thank you so much for your support with the channel and for your donations and for choosing me to read for you, because this is my passion, one of them, and this is what I really excel at doing. So I appreciate you choosing me, and for your support on my Facebook page as well, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. Okay, Aries, this month is a mouthful, and we're going to start on September 1st with our new moon solar eclipse at 9 degrees of Virgo, and this is in your 6th house of astrology, the house of health and work and daily routine and regimen and even pets and your animals in your life. And this new moon eclipse is conjunct Jupiter at the tail end of Virgo and Mercury, who is retrograde. So we started our Mercury retrograde on the 30th of August, and he will be slowed down until September 22nd. So all through September, we are in that retrograde, and that is also in the 6th house of health and routine and work. So if you could take a slower pace in your regimen, you might feel required to do so around the eclipse energy, because that energy can be draining. It can be abrupt and somewhat exhausting on an emotional level. So if you're feeling under the weather, please take your rest and know that that energy will dissipate, because nothing lasts forever. And in a retrograde, it is good to review and revise the 6th house, the errands. How are you spending the structure of your days? What are you excuse me, how are you spending the hours of your days? Could there be something tweaked there for you to make things a little bit easier? Now here's something very exciting for you, Aries, and it's the Jupiter transit. Jupiter, transiting once a year, is entering Libra, and that is on September 10th. I'm sorry, the 9th. So Jupiter entering Libra, and Mercury's retrograding for me too. That's my ruling planet. So I will get a little tongue-tied in these forecasts. I'm tripping over a lot of my words, so I appreciate your patience there. But Jupiter in Libra through the 10th of October of 2017 is a magnificent 13-month stay in your 7th house of soulmates, the 7th house of marriage, business partnerships. Libra, if you're looking to, Aries, if you're looking to connect and find someone that would partner up with you, this is really the cycle to do it. This 13-month period of time, Jupiter is really aligning you with optimism, faith, the expansion of this sector. So for those of you who are married, this is a beautiful energy for the relationship. And for those of you who have business partnerships and rely on someone in that area for business, this is a very expansive transit for you in the 7th house. Abundance, prosperity too. Now on the 10th, Saturn in Sagittarius, in your 9th house, is squaring Neptune and Pisces in the 12th house. And this is a very mystical energy, very nebulous energy, but it's not so harmonious because the square is uncomfortable and they're at an exact 10 degrees. This could be added restriction with Saturn for you in the 9th house. I would not recommend foreign travel for you, Aries, only because of the retrograde impacting you. But with Saturn in the 9th, in this square, there's some delusion about the 9th house and 12th house. It could be that you're not seeing things clearly when it comes to global affairs, when it comes to politics, religion, foreign travel, different cultures. and maybe your spirituality altogether, because the 12th house is very spiritual. And you could be maybe redefining your belief system at this time, which is the 9th house, the way the square is working. But there's rose-colored glasses syndrome with Pisces, Neptune and Pisces. So I feel like you have a little bit of a foggy energy in that square, and that will be happening through September, starting the 10th. So don't make solid decisions for September that impact your life course tremendously, because I think that you might, getting out of that square, you might realize that certain things might be better for you, or you could see clearly, more clearly, after that tension is dissipated. On the 16th, we have our full moon lunar eclipse at 24 degrees of Pisces in this 12th house. I love a full moon eclipse in the 12th because this shows me a full cycle. Full moons bringing endings and closure. In the 12th house, the last house of closure on the wheel, you're putting an end to something, Aries. And it could be a finalization of a level of your life that you've achieved, that you've mastered, and now you're moving on. This is the year of endings, Aries. So if you are completing something, you can have your fresh start in 2017 energy, which is a number 1 year in numerology. So there's a completion here for you mid-month. And then Mercury goes direct on the 27th, having to go through Virgo again from 14 degrees on. So please check your natal charts and watch your ascendant for the forecast, because they're very accurate for transits. Oh, we have our autumnal equinox, so just a huge amount of things going on, because on the 22nd, the same day Mercury goes direct, the Sun enters Libra, where he'll be conjunct Jupiter in the 7th house. This is spectacular energy for engagement. And happy autumnal equinox in the northern hemisphere, and happy vernal equinox in the southern hemisphere. This is great for marriage. This is great for engagement. The Sun conjunct Jupiter is some of the most expansive energy you can receive, because Jupiter is expansion and the Sun is Apollo himself. The Sun is the God, it's life force, it's everything. So that's the most massive energy we have in your sector of soulmates. So Aries, Libra's energy works for you. That's across from you on the solar wheel. So giddy up to that, especially if you're single. And, if you're already in a relationship, you could see it progress another level with this kind of transit. On the 23rd, Venus then enters Scorpio. This is very strong for your intimacy. This is the 8th house of connection and intimacy, and shared resources even. So your business partnership and your progression with investments, shared resources, with Venus there being love and money. You could find this works for you in both facets of relationship and career, who you're invested in. There's a balance here with Venus, and she's a smoothing over, a beautification to your intimacy level with your partner. Also, monies received from inheritance could happen with Venus in the 8th. On the 27th, Mars enters Capricorn. This is the 10th house. He's conjunct Pluto when he gets there. He also is squaring Uranus and Aries in the 1st house. I like Mars in Capricorn for you, Aries, because this gives you stamina, drive, and determination in your career sector. So coming out of the retrograde, if you found there was a lull in regards to the 6th house of work, there could be a progression with Mars to stimulate, which is Mars, the 10th house of career, from the 27th through October. Pluto's adding to the intensity of this drive, so you're making up for some lost time maybe in the job sector, career sector, moving forward at a quicker pace with projects, because Mars is very fast paced. He transits every 60 days or so. And we're going to end on the 30th with our new moon at 8 degrees of Libra in the 7th house. New love for Aries. New love is strong by the end of the month, and you have such beautiful support, abundant support with the biggest planets we have, Jupiter and our sun himself. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Aries. And if you'd like to read with me, I read all through the week. You can find me at audreyalison.com. Aries, here are your cards. Eight of Coins. This is the commitment to the 6th and 10th house of work. It's actually routine and repetition of work as well. You know, I'm drawn to say this, and I don't usually say this word when I read this card, but I just heard or felt taskmaster, which is what Saturn is. And seeing that Saturn's in the 9th house, you might be changing, I want to say changing your belief system or changing your pattern, and it could involve your approach to work as well. Let's see what else comes up. Talk about restriction and Saturn. This card is Saturn and Capricorn. The Devil, when this arrives, you are bound to something. You are enslaved to something, perhaps this grind, this 9 to 5, this routine. Every day is like Groundhog's Day. Every day you're feeling the same day is being relived is what I'm getting. But now look, the prospects of your relationship energy this month are huge. And this might be your saving grace to take you out of rut. So new love, attraction, sex, lust, the Lovers. Also maybe a choice, a decision between two people. The Lovers always has 3 people on the card. The 2 lovers and the angel above, indicating that perhaps there's a trine, a love triangle. But, you know, you don't have a lot of negative or rambunctious energy affecting the 7th. It's really beautifully smooth with that Jupiter and Sun conjunction. Let's see what else comes up. The King of Cups. This is a water sign male, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. If that doesn't apply to you, the King of Cups could resonate as a part of yourself. And I know you're a fire sign, Aries, but the King of Cups is about self-fulfillment and finding answers within, and being self-nourished and providing, intuitively knowing as well, I'm getting a lot at once. Filling yourself with intuitive guidance, overflowing with emotional knowledge and spiritual progression. And the Lady of Swords. This could be a younger air sign, female, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be the energy of your 7th house with Libra, but it's a card that denotes music, poetry, writing, communications. I think that Aries doesn't necessarily want to stick with this routine for much longer. I'm getting that you need a breakthrough, and the eclipses could shake this up for you. You could find that there is a dismantling or a breaking of position once the eclipses end, and you are put in a position where you have someone in your life, or you're taken out of that rut because something else is distracting you in a positive way due to the Lover's card. It could be either one of these people, or you could instinctually know what is best in your soulmate sector. Very good judgment is here with the King of Cups. I'm also going to pull the Angel card in combination with this reading to see if it can offer some support to you, Aries. And I apologize if I've called you Libra in this. For some reason, I'm just so... Ooh, this popped out. I'm so attracted to all of the planets in Libra. Seraphina says, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. You know, I know this has a baby on it and it's talking about pregnancy, although the 5th house isn't stimulated here as much, but I actually think the happy addition as well is this relationship for those of you who are single. Something else is coming into your emotional love life. And by the end of the month with a new moon in the 7th, it should happen. I mean, there's potential for that. You know, you have to get off the couch and you have to leave your house. Maybe not. You know, one time I was on the couch and my door knocked, and it was a utility worker from the gas company, and I was like, God, he's kind of cute. I guess they do come knocking at your front door. My mother laughed at that because she always says that to me. They're not going to come to your front door. I'm like, really? Sometimes they do. So, all joking aside, you do have to put out the energy that if you want relationship, that you're ready for it. And, you know, with Seraphina, there could be an addition coming in to provide you with emotional support through the eclipse energy. Aries, I hope you found this helpful. I appreciate you choosing me for your readings. I'm wishing you a beautiful September, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.